Hi everyone, Joella May here. Take 3. I really hope I don't use 2. But anyway, today is March 8th, 2023, the day after the full moon in Virgo. If I'm saying it right, I hope I am. Now I'm questioning myself again. Oh my goodness. But we're just going to go with that. So this full moon has been a very eye-opening full moon for me, because the last one was very emotional for me. It was releasing a lot of things. It was Pisces, I believe. And, we're manifesting new things. So we bought a dog on the full moon. And I was so in bliss. I felt majestically excited. Like, I cried. I was so happy we were getting a dog, Cosmo. He was a beautiful black and white, medium-sized dog. I don't know the breed because, we didn't discuss it. The adoption happened so quickly. And that probably should have given me a red flag that the adoption happened so quickly, because I didn't do enough check-in with my son to make sure that he was truly okay with it. Because he said yes, and I cried, I ran with it, we went inside the papers. But he was saying yes because he was getting anxious. He wasn't saying yes because he was ready. And once we got in the car and we got the dog in the car, he started telling me how anxious he was. And I was like, what do you want to do? And he's like, I don't know. So I said, okay, well, we'll sleep on it and see how you feel in the morning. He was like, okay. Then we went to the pet store to get a new leash, to get some food. And then when I came back from getting the leash, because the leash they gave us didn't lock on his neck, so we went to get another one. And I came back and he's like, I noticed something. And I'm like, what? He's like, the dog likes you more. I'm like, that's just because he's used to me commanding him, because you've been soft-spoken to him and you keep handing me the leash. I'm like, you need to take hold of the leash. And he's like, no. And so we tried. He walked the dog a little bit in the store and didn't want to. And then I walked the dog. He carried the food. No, I ended up carrying the food and he walked the dog to the car. I put the dog in the car, and then we stopped at the park so he could go to the bathroom before we got home. We got him inside, got him all settled down. He ate his food. He scarfed his food down before we got settled to eat. It was so cute. He ate like he was starving, so we gave him a little bit more, and I gave him a little bit more. I don't know. They told me a cup and a half. I think I gave him 2.5 cups, and he still acted like he hadn't eaten anything. Skinny dog. I was like, why is he skinny? But he's still kind of growing fast pup. So I'm sure as fast as he scarfed his food, I was like, we need to get one of those bowls that has the things that slows him down from eating. Anyway, on the doggy tangent. If you're a dog lover, you understand what I'm talking about. If you're not, when you get a dog, they have these special dog bowls that have these little rubber things that stick up. So when the dog eats the food, they eat the food a little bit slower and they don't scarf it down as fast, because dogs get so excited when they get hungry. Sometimes they eat their food so fast that it's almost like inhaling it. It's kind of crazy. But anyway, so we made had a little chew toy for him that we got from the vet where we adopted him, and so he was playing with that. And my son's like, I can't do this. He's like, he licks me too much. He's everywhere. He's not calm, but he's calm. He's a good boy, but he would love to lick you and he'd love to hug you. And my son's not used to all that affection. I was like, okay. And then we never heard the dog bark. No one. And then he growled at our roommate. So I was like, okay, that makes it easier. But not really, because I already connected with him. And the fact that it was on the full moon and everything, and I was like, okay, things are just heightened sentences and this and that. And we talked about it the next morning, and my son was like, yeah, I didn't get any sleep because I kept hearing the dog, and da 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 da. And I'm like, okay. What could I do? I love my son. I can't put him in a situation that doesn't make him comfortable. I only wanted to get the dog to make him happy. But of course, I fell in love with the dog. So I'm making this video to, if there's anybody out there that wants a beautiful, beautiful dog named Cosmo, black and white dog. He lives in North Carolina. I'll leave the link for the vet down below. Mitchell Mills Animal Hospital. Mitchell Mills Animal Hospital in Raleigh, North Carolina. I think it's Raleigh. It was near that college. Yeah, he's a really great dog. I've never seen a dog so sweet and docile. Like, when he walked right by us. He didn't the only time he held ground or wanted to run was when he saw a squirrel. Yeah, a squirrel. I was just like, really? Like, other dogs barked, he didn't pay any mind. But a squirrel? Yeah, that was it. I was like, but, so, we love you and we miss you, Cosmo. Always will. My son praised you up and down, but he doesn't feel responsible enough to take care of you right now. So, I truly hope that you get adopted by a loving family soon that can take care of you properly. So if there's anyone out there, please help them. Because they take amazing care of their dogs. They love their dogs. You can build a close relationship with the veterinarian there. She's a wonderful doctor. I don't remember the names of everyone because everything happened so fast. And I felt so bad. So, beautiful, beautiful. But this is the strangest full moon experience that I had, because full moons are supposed to be more about manifesting, not releasing. But I guess in manifesting, we have to release certain things. So I manifested the dog. I went through the experience and I released it. And it's just like, I'm back to the same space I was with that emptiness of desire feeling. But at the same time, I tried it and it didn't work out. So it's not nagging in the back of my head anymore. It's saying, oh, I gotta try this. And hearing everyone's voice in my head saying, oh, you should get a dog. You should get a dog. A dog will help. A dog didn't help. So by saying this is a perfect example of why not everyone's advice works for us. That's why we have to do things for ourselves and think for ourselves. Things that work for others don't always work for us. Or for you, for me, however you want to paraphrase it. You, me, him, her, we, us, them, he or she. It's all up to you. How you want to call yourself. I usually call myself we, because my spirit lives with me and my spirit, so I say we. And then if I'm talking about my son, I'll say we. It was interesting because when I was with my first husband, I used to say I a lot, and he didn't like it when I said I. He's like, we're a couple, it's we. And now that I'm not with anyone, I say we. I'm not with anyone physically, but I have my spiritual family with me all the time, so I refer to myself as we. It's something I have noticed lately. So I was just clarifying that in this video. I am we. Because my spirits are with me, I am never alone. My guides, my angels, my ancestors, they're always with me. Yeah. So I am we. I am not just I. Me, myself, and I. We, us. Mm-hmm. My spirit family is always with us. So there is not just one essence in this body. There are many. Because I carry all the essence of my family line from all sides of my family. You know, I had 4 grandparents, and each of those 4 grandparents had 4 grandparents, and each of those 4 grandparents have 4 grandparents, and then great-grandparents, and great-great-grandparents. You know, and then you have your siblings and your cousins and aunts and uncles and stuff, and children. So, I mean, if you think about it, how many people, how many human bodies, how many bloodlines did it take to make your body that you're in? You're a we. You're not just one. You are of all. How far back you want to go is how much you'll feel connected. So I'm so incredibly grateful for the experience that we got to share with Cosmo over these past 24 hours. He's an amazing dog. This 48-hour experience will stay etched in my brain for the rest of my existence. And I know how much love I have in my heart for another animal. And I do want one, and I do want to bring one with me, but it's finding the right animal that I can travel with and take everywhere I go. Because one of the jobs I do is I vend at a food booth, so it's kind of hard to take an animal with me at a food booth. I don't know what I could do. It would be interesting to think about. Because I can't just leave my dog in the car when I'm working. This is not a possibility. No. I watched one of my coworkers do that last show. They had a dog, and him and his friend were taking turns watching the dog while they were working. And that dog was tripping. I was like, there's no way I could do that to a pet. You know, and sometimes when in my travels, if I stop, I sleep in my car and it gets hot, I wouldn't want them to like die in their sleep from the heat. So it's just the way it has to be at the moment until I can be gifted a farm, and then I can have my little nursery of animals and plants and things. Where would I want my farm to be? I'll be traveling this summer to figure that out, because I really love being in Florida for the tropical, but I really love being in Arizona for the spiritual. The states in between get very fuzzy. Like at this point, I wish there was an alternate route to drive from Florida to Arizona to go around Mississippi. You know, the state itself is beautiful, but the controversy that's going on with the people right now, I rather avoid it. I wish I could help the ones in need, but I wouldn't know where to begin because I can't even comprehend that kind of hate. I just don't understand it, and I don't know how to address it. One day I will, when I learn how to be stronger. But I'm still in this healing pattern of learning how just to use my voice, and rebuilding my physical strength. Because going through all the emotions I've gone through, I haven't been doing my physical. But summer's coming, so summer brings vitality. Yeah, it does. The warmer weather kind of lubricates our bodies a little bit, makes us more agile and movable. That's another reason why our bodies adjust differently in the different seasons. Like in winter, why bears hibernate, and we kind of do the same thing, but we're such social creatures that we don't go into a full hibernation. We just do a semi-hibernation. And that's why we'll eat more in the winters and bundle up, because cold weather is telling us to slow down and take a break and, ration our time and ration our food, because food doesn't grow the same in winter as it does in the summer. And we're in the middle of spring, and it's springing forward fast, baby. I tell you what, I have so many flowers in the front yard right now that are growing, and I'm just like, what? Because it's still cold enough to wear 2 jackets at night. I mean, my son was cold in the store today in the sun. We're like, is the weather dropping while the sun is out? And it literally felt like it was today. So, yeah, I really, 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 really want to have a farm. And I'm really having to think really hard about where I want to have it. Because a lot of times people think Arizona is full desert, but it's not. Because I think it was Flagstaff, Arizona. It's very green, very foresty. So I didn't get to spend a lot of time there, but that is where I went to Buffalo Park for the full moon. Which moon that was, I can't recall. I know I did a video about it. I think it was the one. No, I can't remember what month it was. I was gonna say November, but it couldn't be November because it was still in summer. Anyway, now I'm rambling, trying to recall last videos. But yeah, this full moon has been a very interesting experience. Manifest a dog and then letting go. I never thought I would do such a fast roller coaster or turn around. I'm grateful that I was allowed to give Cosmo the experience of walking the park and being outside in a family environment and sleeping on a bed and all that good stuff. So, hopefully his next family will give him so much more. And, that's what I desire and that I pray for, that, Cosmo finds a really, really, really good home. One that can take care of him properly. I wish we could have been that home, but my son and I are still healing a little too much to care for another life, as my son would put it. So, blessings to all. And remember, I love you. And I love me. And you love you. And I'll take care of me. And you take care of you. And we'll be good. You have an amazing grand rising, you beautiful souls. It's a wonderful world out there. Experience it. It's worth it. You're worth it.